Thank you, members of the press. This is a press statement by the governors following a full council of governors meeting. Members of the press, fellow Kenyans, the Council of Governors has just concluded a full council meeting to discuss critical issues of common interest to county governments and hereby wish to address you as follows. Number one, status of disbursement of equitable share of revenue. While we are cognizant that we are in a new political dispensation, as county governments, we are duty-bound to provide smooth and uninterrupted service delivery to every citizen. However, the Council is concerned that despite being in the midst of transition, the current financial situation across the 47 county governments is devastating. It is unfortunate that the third generation of county governments have started on a bleak note due to lack of resources. We wish to inform members of the public that the Constitution and the Public Finance Management Act 2012 requires that the National Treasury to disburse to counties on the 15th day of every month without undue delay. However, as at today, the total outstanding arrears owed to counties stands at Kenya shillings 51,762,201,733. As follows: Kenya shillings 20.31 billion is owed to 27 counties for August 2022 allocation, and Kenya shillings 31.45 billion is owed to 47 counties for September 2022 allocation. Further, the total allocation to be disbursed to counties for the month of October is 29.6 billion. We anticipate that the National Treasury will comply with the provisions of the law to release the funds on time. So far, the continued delay in disbursement of funds has paralyzed county operations in respect to the following: 1. Payment of salaries to county officials. 2. Purchase of medical supplies. 3. Stalling of development projects. And 4. Response to interventions required to mitigate the drought and disaster that is going on. The delays and unpredictable disbursement of funds has negative impact on service delivery, and counties run the risk of accruing pending bills. The Council therefore calls upon the National Treasury to release all the outstanding disbursement to counties on or before Monday, 10th October 2022. On the second issue of county government additional allocation, the outstanding amount for conditional allocations to county government for the financial year 2021-2022 stands at 27.68 billion, while in the current financial year, which is 2022-2023, conditional allocations amounting to 37 billion remain outstanding due to delay in the passage of the County Government's Additional Allocations Bill 2022. We note that the National Assembly, during its first sitting, reintroduced some bills that were not finalized during the 12th Parliament. It is noted that the County Government's Additional Allocation Bill 2022 was not among the prioritized bill. In this regard, we urge the National Assembly and Senate to prioritize reintroduction of the bill to facilitate disbursement of conditional allocation to counties. This will enable completion of stalled development projects in essential sectors such as health, agriculture, roads, and climate change. Fellow Kenyans, since the inception of county governments, finalization of unbundling, costing, and transfer of functions and attendant resources for some devolved functions remains unresolved. To bring this issue to finality, the Council has, in their meeting today, the Council held a consultative meeting with the Intergovernmental Relations Technical Committee on 4th October 2022, in which it was resolved that the COG and IGTRC will finalize the analysis of the unbundling and transfer of functions using the Big Bang approach, as was the case during the first phase of the transfer of functions spearheaded by the defunct Transitional Authority. The COG has agreed to meet with IITGRC next week in Naivasha to agree on the modalities of the same. In June 2018, a resolution was passed by the summit to anchor the COG Secretariat in law. However, since then, the proposed amendments to the Intergovernmental Relations Act 2012 have never been considered by Parliament. In order to support intergovernmental relations and to ensure that county governments are fully supported to undertake their constitutional mandate, we urge the 13th Parliament to prioritize consideration of the amendments immediately the same is tabled before the House. We further note that in the new government structure, the Ministry of Devolution is not part of the ministries, and as such, the modalities of funding to the Council of Governors will be affected. In light of this, we are requesting His Excellency, the President, to direct the National Treasury to grant the COG a vote for direct funding. The Council is aware of the directive from the Office of the Controller of Budget to the effect that no salaries will be paid outside the Unified Human Resource Information System. We note with concern that there are a number of casuals in the counties that are not in the payroll system and therefore risk not receiving their salaries for the pending and subsequent months. To resolve the payment issues, county governments will furnish the Office of Control of Budget with the required information to facilitate payment of their salaries. The Council has also today resolved that in line with the PPP Act, the Council nominees to the board should be gazetted with immediate effect to ensure that the concerns and interests of county governments are addressed during the PPP processes. The Biennial Devolution Conference. Next year will mark 10 years of implementation of devolution since the inception of county governments in 2013. The first Biennial Devolution Conference will be held in August 2023 under the theme 10 Years of Devolution, the Present and the Future. The conference will mark the end of the annual series of conferences and the beginning of the biennial devolution conferences. This will enable full implementation of resolutions by stakeholders in the devolution space. The Council has begun the process of planning the devolution conference, and we call all partners to join us as we embark on preparation for the same. In conclusion, I take this early opportunity to wish all Kenyans a happy Huduma Day as we commemorate this day of service and volunteerism. Let us all strive to be of service to one another and to our beloved country, Kenya. Thank you.